having that thought, because it is in that thought that crystallizes the essence of Usopp's character in this story. That he is a coward who will do what is right, even when he's terrified. Finally made it to the very last episode of or rather my last reaction video for the last 2 episodes in season 1 of One Piece. So far, I would say that the show is a solid 3.75 for me. I am hoping that they do stick the landing so that I either maintain the 3.75 rating or it bumps up to like a 4. Right, so we've met all the Straw Hats. Nami has returned with Arlong, so my expectation is that episode 7 and 8, or rather episode 7, will probably focus on the fight with Arlong. That would spill over most likely into episode 8, and then that episode will see us, because I thought that they said the first season was going to basically follow them all the way till they get to the Grand Line. So I'm assuming that they would get to the Grand Line at the end of episode 8. Really interested to see how they pull it off. Fingers crossed that they do not drop the ball, nor do they mess things up or fuck things up. And yeah, so let's get started on the last 2 episodes.
What are you gonna do? Bleed on me? Whoa, what? Because I said bleed on me? You can bleed on me if you want. I mean, a deal's a deal, right? You want your map back, I want my body.
I love it. I love the oh my god, I'm gonna drop you in this ocean so you know you're gonna drown. But what you're gonna do, bleed on me, was actually a very funny line. I am still kind of iffy about them bringing Buggy into this, because like the fight with the Arlong Pirates was meant to be the Straw Hats versus the Arlong Pirates. Having Buggy be a part of this fight would just chip in it and make it so much worse. So fingers crossed that they lose him sometime when the fight actually starts proper.
Nami made her choice.
You don't know why?
The only thing I want to hear from you are that dinner's special. You don't know that.
Sounds like you don't know it very well either, Mosshead.
I'm sure Nami has some reasons.
Oh, they've already brought them arguing and bickering, and then Sanji calling him Mosshead. Are they fighting at this part of the story? No, that comes much later. But I'm guessing because like Zoro Sanji fighting in the way they do is a core part of One Piece at this point. So I understand that they want to bring it early so we can be like, oh, look at them bickering, of course. The wings of the Pirate King.
Nami, it's your turn.
Mama!
What's that?
Nothing.
Where'd you get this?
Younger Nami really does have the facial structure and the eyes and the face that older Nami. I'm telling you, the casting director, like that is one good thing that the casting director did with this show. They did make sure that they matched the younger actors with the older actors, so it's believable that, oh yes, this person grew up to be this person. It's so cool. It's so awesome.
But we have a roof over our heads and we love each other. That's what makes us a family.
No, we're not a real family. No, Chico's not my sister, and you're not even my mom.
The Bellmare slap. That always hurts. That always hurts. Fuck. I don't know why, but this depiction, the way in which they have Bellmare, she looks very respectable. I think that I would have preferred if they had casted somebody younger, because Bellmare gave me this vibe of somebody who was so young and should not have been saddled with the responsibility of raising 2 young children, and she pulled through and she did that. So I always pictured her as very young, you know, the buzzed cut, because she's a little bit of a rebel. Like you could tell even her interaction and relationship with the villagers, right? Which is why they were all shocked when she came back with 2 little girls, because she was always Bellmare. So I don't know. I think that the actress they played to cast her is definitely doing well with the role. I just think that I would have preferred if she had been younger, and I would have preferred if they had kept like some of those rebel elements that Belmare had, like the shaved head, the cigarettes. I love her. Like, come on.
Of course I came back. We have a deal, don't we?
Yes, I'm a fishman of my word.
No, he isn't. No, he is not. Ah, fucking Arlong.
It's a nice place.
Yeah. My dad used to eat here all the time. Not that he ever took me, but
I also like how they are like in real time fleshing out the relationship between Kobe and El Mepo. That kind of like in anime and manga, that happened with Kobe saving El Mepo, and then boom, the next thing we saw, they were very good friends. So seeing that their relationship change actively in real time is actually pretty interesting to watch.
Nami, if you need our help,
No, I don't need any of you.
Captain Azumi, what a pleasant surprise.
Always good to catch up, Arlong. Although, I hear troubling news from Gosa. Seems they've recently been raided by pirates.
Mom, no. Mom, no, no, no.
Nami, Michiko, I love you girls.
To keep the peace, a fishman is one of the warlords of the sea.
Jinbei is a fool! Yes. You're smarter than people give you credit for.
Thank you for the meal. Have the navigator set a course immediately for the Konomi Islands.
fight.
That's not a fight, that's a massacre. You will all be killed.
There's no hope for us to buy our freedom. Then I say we die trying to fight for it!
I repeat, being all like, we're so sorry, Nami, Nojiko told us the truth, takes away the fact that they had known all this while and they felt guilty. They felt guilty. They were pretending for her sake, furious on her behalf because they knew Arlong could not be trusted, but she was a child.
Me. I am a Marine captain. And I'm a Vice Admiral. So let's move past the grandstanding, shall we?
Garp pulling rank. Garp pulling rank. Out of character for him, because does he really pull rank? I'm trying to remember. Are there any instances where he actually pulls rank? I'm trying to remember. Nothing is coming to mind. But I am entertained at him pulling rank right here.
And that's where we're going.
So they are basically just going to show us like a bunch of fights all squeezed together. Okay. I miss Archie though. Like there's no Hachi. Hachi's not here. And we're just going to have Zoro and Sanji fighting all the grunts. And I'm like, wait, hold up. Hold the fuck up. Who is Zoro going to fight?
What is this place?
Just grab our map and get out of here. You let me stop wearing them when I was 12.
Arlong, you fucking piece of shit. Arlong, you fucking piece of shit! So now I'm confused, right? Because Luffy's fight with Arlong was a one-on-one. Nami was outside, right? And Luffy sees the room, figures out what the room is for, destroys the room because of what it represents as because of what it stands as a representation of Nami's trauma and abuse. and defeats Arlong, but it was a one-on-one fight. And so far, this show has ensured that all the fights that we got of Luffy, all the fights we're meant to get of Luffy, all his one-on-one fights that we're meant to get of Luffy, this show has been pretty consistent in ensuring that they are not one-on-one fights. Why? 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 Like, God, bloody hell.
Welcome to Harlem Park.
I do not understand this whole portrayal of Arlong always like he's filming some sort of photo shoot. Like, what? What? Why? I'm just thankful that Buggy is not a part of this fight. I am just thankful that Buggy is not a part of this fight. Like, because I would have been pissed. I really hope they get Usopp's first like big battle with the group, right? Because this battle made me so fucking happy. Like, he pulled his own, he was ingenious the way Usopp always is ingenious in his fights. It was fun. I hope they keep that. I hope they keep that.
You know he needs my cooking. You mean putting 2 slices of bread together? Oh, someone's feeling threatened. Shut up and get me back to my body.
Why are they making it seem like the whole basis of the fight between Zoro and Sanji is, oh, I want to be more relevant to Luffy than you are. You're trying to, like, I don't know, take my place or some stupid shit like that. Like, that is not... The rivalry between Zoro and Sanji is meant to be a fucking joke. It's a running gag. Zoro is not threatened, neither is Sanji, because there's no hierarchy on the fucking ship. There is no hierarchy on the fucking ship. The Straw Hats do not work like that, so there is no need for anybody to feel threatened by the other, which is why their rivalry is a fucking gag. Ugh.
I'm gonna get out of here. Hey! Sorry, kiddos. I'd love to make things right, but it's time to exit stage.
Thank God. I was worried that they were going to actually have him fight.
Gotcha.
Hey, Netflix! Where you going?
I am upset because a key part of Usopp's character is that he is a fucking coward. He's a coward, and we love him regardless, because even though he's a coward, when the stakes are high and when the situation calls for it, he finds a courage within himself, even when he's fucking terrified, to fight back. And the first time we see this happen is in this battle with the Arlong pirates, where he initially plays dead, thinks that he's going to escape, but then flashes back to everything Nami's been through. Luffy making the promise, Zoro making the promise, Sanji saying that they would fight, Nojiko telling them about all the pain Nami has been through and her history and what Arlong has done. And that is what propels him, even though he's terrified, to be like, no, he's not going to play dead. He's going to fight back. Losing that moment strips, it just goes from them losing him having that thought, because it is in that thought that crystallizes the essence of Usopp's character in this story. That he's a coward who will do what is right, even when he's terrified. Because he knows what the stakes are and he remembers. And stripping away him remembering, it just seems like he goes from Usopp was terrified to all of a sudden Usopp is courageous and is going to fight back. Like, why? Why did they make this choice? cannot believe that they are so desperate to not have Archie in this scene that they're having to need both Zoro and Sanji to kick Kurobe's ass? What? We still got the moves, but at what cost? But at what cost? They captured the scale of the destruction of Along Park very well, and for that I appreciate it. I just find it interesting that the one time the villagers were present to watch the fight go down, that is when the showrunners did not put it, like the writers did not put it. Like the time when the villagers were not present to watch the fight go down, the writers put them in that situation. The actual situation where the villagers should be present to watch the defeat of Along, they don't have them here. Like, very interesting choices. I am so confused.
Marines, arrest them.
So, the Straw Hats didn't destroy Cocoa Village. It was Arlong.
You have your orders, Cadet.
No.
So let me guess. Let me see. This show is making Garp be both Smoker, Garp, and a tinge bit of Akainu. Like, why? Like, I applaud Kobe standing up, but like, then it reduces the significance of when he does it in Marineford. Oh my god, Kobe, oh my god, like, all of that, we lose that. We lose Kobe standing up to an admiral-like figure, even though he was shaking, and what it meant, because it's like, no, this is not right.
Then show me what you've got.
They're about to have Garp fight Luffy? They're about to have Garp fight Luffy. What is the show? What is the show?
Have it your way.
They really are playing on Garp is Smoker, or is playing the role of Smoker in this episode. Because Smoker also had that whole flashback of, he laughed just like Roger laughed. I'm like, and I would talk briefly, or I will talk after we're done, right? After this scene about why I have a problem with them having Garp be the one playing the role of Smoker in this.
What about these Straw Hats?
What about them?
Arrest them too. They are the real criminals.
No, she cannot just hit him. She's meant to ask for her money back and then say that was for Nojiko. Okay, actually, technically, that was when he shot like Nojiko, but he didn't shoot Nojiko in the live action. So like, she should collect her money back. Collect your money back. It's 100 million berries, Nami. Your village need it.
How's your arm?
You know, them giving the. Imagine taking elements of like from the anime and the manga, and at this point, I'm certain you're all like, Let it go, Noria. You sound like a fucking broken record. But imagine taking elements from the anime and the manga, right? Not replicating them, but then only taking part of it. Because the whole point of her new tattoo, the one she uses to replace her Arlong Pirates tattoo, is that it's meant to be a mix of tangerines and a pinwheel to represent both Genzo and Belmare. The Tangerine Orchard, yes, we get it, a little reference to Belmare, but like Genzo in this adaptation does not have his pinwheel. So she just has that tattoo and nobody understands the significance of it. But because the tattoo is part of Nami's character design, they cannot lose it. But just the little things they could have done to make it make sense. Like, do they think these things are random? Do the writers and the creators of this live action, do they think these things are random?
You did it. Finally got your face on a wanted poster. Nezumi's last act of revenge.
Yeah! At least they capture Luffy's joy about the how he got his wanted poster. Having it be Kobe deliver it instead of like, what's the use of animating the new school at the start of this show if they cannot just make it iconic with having the new school drop off his wanted poster? Like, I get it. They want him to have some sort of send forth, and there's a significance in Kobe being the one to hand it over, because then it is a tie into episode 1 where when they get to Shell's town, he's all like, "Where is my wanted poster?" So like it's a callback to that, and I get that. I just
check it out.
they replicated the poster even down to the back of Usopp's head.
Not just Luffy, they're gonna be gunning for all of us.
Then it's a good thing we're not staying to the east.
The way Usopp was like, "Oh shit, my head? They're looking to separate my head from my body? Oh, okay, maybe Captain Usopp is not happy about this." It's so fucking funny. Okay, so let me briefly talk about why I was very upset about the whole them replacing Garp with Smoker. Unless it is that the new season starts exactly at Loguetown. But the significance of having Smoker be the marine that Luffy runs into at Loguetown, and him fighting desperately to keep Luffy and the rest of the Straw Hats from crossing over, is because it's meant to be significant. It's meant to signify the fact that Luffy crossing over into the Grand Line was the turning point. The last absolute time or moment in time that the Marines, specifically Smoker, had the chance of catching Luffy and holding him down was Loguetown. Because once he crossed over into the Grand Line, he just kept getting stronger and stronger and stronger, to the point that Smoker was not and could not and still cannot and will probably never be able to ever touch him or catch him. Right? It was meant to signify just how terrifying Luffy's progress and growth will be. Because this man that he struggled against, and the only way he was able to get free of was because Dragon interrupted, right? And saved him and helped him escape. This very man, he became so much more powerful than him that the next time he sees him is not even panicking. It's just like, "Oh, look, it's Smoker." Like, that's meant to be the significance of that moment. Having it be Garp, somebody that is considered one of the most powerful characters in the universe of One Piece, does not have that same zhuzh, does not have that same pizzazz, does not have that same finesse. Because it's not like Smoker, someone had to interrupt, and that was why Smoker in fact, Smoker did not let Luffy go. Dragon forced his hands and Luffy escaped. Having it be Garp letting Luffy go just kind of cheapens and trivializes that moment, that situation, that setup, and I'm just upset because the setup was significant to Luffy's growth as a pirate. His growth as a pirate, his growth, his strength as a pirate. And like, we don't get that, and that is upsetting.
I want to show people that Roronoa Zoro isn't the only one that knows how to use swords.
What? Delusion. It's giving Tashigi.
Perfect. You really did it.
No way. It's Luffy.
Oh god. Shank's joy at seeing Luffy's poster gets me every single time. Every single time.
It's perfect.
Oh, Zoro's little. The way they were all happy that she loves it and she thinks it's perfect. Ah! It's the Jolly Roger! It's the Straw Hat Jolly Roger. Oh, I love it so fucking much. I love it. That was a great reveal. That was a great reveal of the Jolly Roger. That was a fucking fantastic reveal of the Jolly Roger. Okay, I loved how they did that here. Wait. That's Smoker. That's Smoker. So they're like, yo, you could possibly meet Smoker. Does that mean that season 2 will start with with Locktown, with them in Locktown? Huh? Maybe they might surprise us. We might still get the Smoker fight because I'm like, it's significant. It's significant. Like it would be so fucking. It would make no sense if they missed it. If we didn't get it. So that's the end of episode 8. That is the end of the first season of One Piece. I did actually, I did enjoy it. It wasn't bad. It wasn't bad at all. It had some, like I already stated, it had some highlights. It had some low points. I would give episodes 7 and 8. I'll give episodes 7 and 8 combined together. Probably say 3-star. I'm sorry. I just felt like the fight with Arlong was such a central, crucial part of this story. The establishment of the different beats. And I was just upset with certain decisions that were taken with regards Nojiko not knowing, the townspeople not knowing. I we had a party, but there were just certain elements that it just rubbed me the wrong way. I'll walk away from this, think about it, align my thoughts, and put together like a proper review of the entire show. But I would say that so far, from what I have seen, from what I can see, this episode was a 3-star. This episode was a 3-star. So I'm still looking forward to season 2. I hope we get season 2. I hope us getting renewed for a season 2 will finally get the writers to cool their fucking titties and stop trying to force feed everything because they don't think they would have enough time and they want to do a lot of nods to all the fans. Like all the nods to all the fans, but let it be significant, let it fit, let it be appropriate, let it still be Let it still fit with the characters' motivations, the characters' trajectory, their character growth, who the characters are. Like when they do these things, it just doesn't make sense, which is sad because this could be great. But I did have a blast. I'm certain you all could tell. You watched me react to it after all. And yes, let me know what is your final review for One Piece. I would say, oh yes, so I'm not going to give a rating. I'm going to give a rating in this episode, right? So my final rating for One Piece season 1 would be a nice solid 3.5. There were some things I enjoyed. There were some things that made zero sense. Zero sense. Maybe when I'm making my final review, I might drop that star rating. But right now, the entire season, the first season of One Piece live action adaptation, is looking at a solid 3.5. There were high points. It was good in some places. It could have been better. The places that they dropped the ball, they fumbled it so fucking bad. It is irritating. But yes, that is it. Let me know what your final rating is for One Piece. And I would see you in my next video, which would hopefully be me giving a general review of the series as a whole. It's just probably going to be me bringing up a lot of the things I've already said in my reaction video, but maybe like giving time, I'll be able to like articulate better and speak on exactly my thoughts, like right, and everything else. But yes, until next time, see you all in a bit. Bye.